So tonight, Ken Paxton, the Trump bootlicker, the white nationalist that wants to make America white again, blew out John Cornyn, who had been in that Senate seat for over 40 years. I think it was a 25 point. It was ugly. It was a beatdown. But this goes back to the Thomas Massey, right? When you listen to the acceptance speeches, don't listen to what they say, but what they don't say. Listen to what he says about Tallarico.
My opponent is the most extreme radical the Democrats have ever nominated. He's even running a vegan campaign, whatever that is. He goes by a few names that you may all have heard of. Some people know him as Tofu Tallarico. Some people call him Six-Gender Jimmy. I've even heard some people call him James Tallarico. And others refer to him simply as Low T Tallarico. But no matter what you call him, let me tell you this. James Tallarico is a threat to everything we hold dear in this state and in this country. He's a threat to our security and our safety. He wants open borders and even said a welcome mat should be at our southern border. He's a threat to our children. He wants boys and girls sports, gender mutilation surgery performed on kids. And when asked what he loved outside of his family and friends, you heard what Brandon Gill said. His first answer was trans kids. That's weird, and that's a radical guy. He's a threat to our prosperity and Texas economy. He said you can't be a Christian if you support the oil and gas industries. He wants to raise your taxes, and he won't do a single thing to lower costs for you and your family. And finally, he's a threat to our very way of life and our values. I mean, he's a vegan who thinks God is non-binary and that there's actually 6 biological sexes.
Every victory speech from every MAGA has been the same way. It's grievance. You're the poor little white victim. Ooh, poor white person. Ooh, the DEI, radical left, CRT, brown people, black people. Oh, he literally said your way of life is going to go away. All because of one senator, your entire life is going to change, your whole way of life. He said that James Tallarico wants to increase your cost of living. What's your orange turd doing right now in the White House? Huh? Your little grand wizard there. He added $8.2 trillion to the debt. He added $1.2 trillion the last 2 months, the largest increase, the fastest increase in the history of our country. He's doing $1 billion a day in a war that doesn't even have to happen, all because he wants to defend child molesters and not release the Epstein files. But up here, his little stupid white trash face is like, on the libs, transgenders, girls in bathrooms and shit. Well, what's your pronouns? 6 genders, 20 genders, Because that's all they get off on. They're stupid. His people are stupid. It's grievance politics. This is decades of indoctrination of stupid, uneducated, white trash, inbred white people. It's what it is. There's about 25 to 30% of this country that don't care about America being better. They would rather be the victim. They will spend every second of their life complaining about what's wrong, but they won't take 1 second to fix anything. Example, the number 1 cause of death of children is gun violence. And yet, you people say, I'm pro-life because I'm a Christian. I'm pro-life. But you won't do a damn thing about gun violence. Not even a background check. Safe gun storage. A waiting period. You won't do anything to save 1 child. But you'll cheer and vote for a guy that talks about pronouns and what's a man and what's a woman. You're a bunch of damn idiots. You're fucking idiots. You really are. James Tallarico's not perfect. He wants everyone to have universal health care. He literally wants to use your tax dollars and use it to give you health care. What the hell is radical about that? He wants you to have a living wage so you could afford to retire. What the hell is radical about that? He doesn't want your kids being shot in schools. And if your first reaction is, you're not taking my gun, libtards, then you're just a shitty human being. And I hope that you lose your farms and your oil fields and your homes. I really do. Because you're disgusting that you people love a goddamn gun. That children that die. But this is what they're running on. It's all victimhood and grievance. Poor me, the world's left you behind, because you keep voting for dumbass Republicans that don't do anything for you. Every midterms, in every general election, every Republican does the same thing. It's not my fault that your life sucks. It's the Democrats this year. It's the immigrants. Then it's the black people. And it's transgenders. Then it's pronouns. And then your Republican gives tax breaks to rich people and does nothing to make your life better. And then the election comes around again. Oh, it's not my fault this time. It's the libtards. It's the radical left. Woo, yay, woo. Whatever my orange daddy cult leader tells me to vote for. You have like 3 brain cells. Seriously, you're so stupid. I don't know if you guys are like drinking the oil from the ground instead of processing into gas. I don't know. I don't know if you're smelling fumes. If there's something in the air. I don't know. Like you're just so stupid. But this is the problem. Part of this country doesn't care about policy. That's why I don't even know if Tallarico's going to win. Because he could offer the best plans in the world, but his base doesn't care about making America better. They want people to suffer. Schadenfreude. People with low self-esteem, MAGA, have a higher version of Schadenfreude. They don't vote for themselves. They're voting against the Democrats because they've told that they're the enemy. And for all of you Republicans out there, you got your panties in a twat listening to this, it's funny how you're pro-life, but you voted for a president that rapes women. You say you're pro-life, but you voted for a president that had an insurrection where 4 officers died. You say you're pro-life, but you support a president who was defending child molesters. You're pro-life, but you voted for a president, you support him, who blew up a school and murdered 170 girls in Iran. Isn't that rich? You're so pro-life, but you won't do a damn thing to save anybody's life. But you'll spend your whole miserable life and you'll donate thousands of dollars just to own the libs. This is what's wrong with America. We'll see what the primaries do, but this is about one thing. Field Lee to their grand wizard, the cult leader in the White House that shits his diapers and wears orange makeup. Whatever he says, they'll do. They'll follow him off a cliff. They'll drink the Kool-Aid. Donald Trump could spit in their face and say, it's raining, and they would buy a $49.99 umbrella and blame the libs for it. I don't know how you fix that, but we got a lot of stupid people in this country. Have a good day.